So the topic today is how to achieve peace of mind and happiness within. You're listening to the Aussie the Indian podcast. I'm Brent, the Aussie, and over here,
the Indian Jack Chan.
Jack Chan. So let's dive into it, shall we?
Thanks. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining in, guys. Today, the topic is about how to achieve peace of mind, and happiness within,
Yeah.
And a lot of people do ask me these questions, and you might have also come across people asking you how I can achieve
Now,
that.
what people say to me, why are you happy all the time?
Exactly right. So
would you like to know how? That's why you're here.
That's what exactly what we're gonna talk about in this episode today. How you can get that happiness within and have a peace of mind so you can make the right decisions in your life. Because it's very important to keep yourself calm, to have the right,
make the right decisions.
So you can have the right structure around you and have a right attitude towards anything you do.
Yeah.
And the first thing I want to focus on is very important, okay? And the reason why I want to talk about this first is because most of the people are stuck into that, and that's why they are not able to achieve the happiness within and never have a peace of mind. And that one thing is forgetting about your past.
Yeah.
Do not let your past dominate your decisions. Do not let your past dominate your future. Most of us are constantly stuck in the past.
There's just pain in the past.
Exactly right.
And worry in the future. I don't live there. I live in the now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And worrying about the past will not gonna do anything good for you. Trust me. Okay? Because the one thing I have understood, that time is a passing thing. Once it's gone, it's not coming back, my friend.
No.
Okay? If you have experienced something in your past, but if you are stuck to that incident, if you are stuck to that experience and taking that with you forward, it's not doing anything good. It's actually holding you back.
Yeah.
So I think that's very important for us to understand, that worrying never helped anyone accomplish anything in their life. Nothing.
No.
And when I was sitting on the wheelchair, that's exactly what I did. I have to eliminate all that, past memories, the experience I was holding myself.
When you could walk, I guess.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's when I started getting into more present moment, getting into the attitude of gratitude.
Ooh,
and,
I like that one.
Yeah, and we will come into that later when we will move down to the next topic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you've just got to accept yourself, accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
Nothing's more important than that. You basically, I can pretty much simplify this topic in not many sentences, but self-acceptance is basically loving yourself. And I'll just give a quick tip out what I teach all my clients.
Of course.
So this has helped break through a lot of clients, help a lot of clients sort of delete some pain that they've had in the past.
Yeah.
And also the worry about the future.
Uh-huh.
But tonight, before you go to bed, I just want you to say, look yourself in the eye. This is very important. Look yourself in your eyes, in the mirror. And my name's Brent. So I would say, I love you, Brent. Maintain eye contact. Say it 3 times in a row as loud as you can. Then repeat it 2 more times.
Yeah.
And then go to bed. And all the clients that I've done it with, the feedback is I cried. And especially for a man, it's hard for a man to cry. Say, look, you're going to cry, mate.
Yeah.
And to get the most benefit, you have to cry.
Yeah.
Well, the girls always cry.
Yeah.
But the guys, you have to cry.
Yeah.
And the breakthroughs that people get just from releasing something from the past from that is unbelievable.
Exactly.
So that's my number one tip.
Yeah. And
accepting yourself.
Yeah. You said about self-love,
Self-love.
And I came across this quote I always use, yin yang.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. So the quote I always use is that self-love is the gold mine of all the love.
Yeah, because if you don't love you, no one else is going to love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a gold mine. So you need to understand that if you do not love yourself, if you do not love who you are, whatever shape you are in, whatever, doesn't matter how you look, what you do, you need to make sure that you are loving with yourself, and that is the one important lesson to achieve the happiness within, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you got to be happy with
Yeah.
yourself. So
And you know, that's the next thing I want to talk about is meditate, which I really want to, emphasize on, which helps you to get that peace you are looking for.
and yeah,
You know?
it'll make you happy as well, won't it?
Yeah, it will. But
Yeah,
as we
I've done
already
that.
spoke about two things, how to get happiness,
Yes, yeah.
but the peace is, when we talk about the brains, the neurons, and how it interacts with our day-to-day life, the day-to-day thoughts, the activities we go through, it all comes down to the attitude. And the way it works, that whatever the thoughts you are putting in, it will show up in your behavior, and then it will show up in your attitude, and then it will show up in your action.
Yes, yeah.
That's how the flow chart work.
Yep.
So that's the reason why you need to build some kind of a meditation practice in your day-to-day life. Doesn't matter if you do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Meditation is not about sitting for half an hour, controlling your breathing, focusing on something, listening to a light music. It's not about that. It's about mindfulness. Okay, it's about taking the control of your cortex. It's about taking the control of your amygdala and tapping into the reticular activating system,
which is subconscious, right?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So guys, that's another thing which I want to talk about: mindfulness. In order to achieve peace, you need to bring the meditation. Do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Doesn't matter, morning, afternoon, evening. Do it whenever you get time.
Yeah. Before you go to bed,
Exactly
the best
right.
time to do it. It trains your brain better and a lot quicker. But you also got to take care of you. Your body is your temple.
Yeah.
And what you put in, there is a formula to work out how much water you should drink. Hydration, your body's what percentage of water is your body?
It's 70%.
It's about 70% of your body's water. So if you what weight am I? 115 kgs. So if I don't drink any coffee or alcohol during the day, I'd have to drink 3.3 liters of water a day to stay hydrated.
Yeah, correct.
So there's a calculation you use your body weight in kilograms.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's divided or multiplied because I've got a calculator in front of me.
Yeah.
But divided by 0.0033
okay,
equals the amount of liters of water you drink if you're not drinking anything else to stay hydrated.
Oh.
So number one way to keep your body, take care of your body, is to hydrate. And I'm just talking tap water. If you want to alkalize it and get a bit better value, alkaline. When you get sick, you got too much acid in your body.
Alkaline.
You need to put alkaline in your body. Just put a teaspoon of what's it called, bicarb soda, into water, and
very important.
It tastes a bit bad first couple of times you do it, but it's going to clear your body out, get rid of the junk or the bad stuff in your body, and you're going to feel a lot better. Yeah. So that's my number one tip for
I think
that.
The sleep also matters.
Sleeping,
we just spoke about that before.
We spoke about that before. So you got to make sure you sleep correctly. Some things that I take to help me sleep is what's it called? I take it every day. Magnesium. So magnesium really relaxes your muscles, relaxes your mind, relaxes your body, flushes your body as well. So I take that nearly every day before I go to bed. I don't have to take it during the day because I get a bit tired. But it's very relaxing and calming. And a few years ago, I knew what do they call that? CrossFit Australian champion. In the over 45s division. And he learnt that you actually need 7 hours and 10 minutes sleep a night.
Is it?
Exactly.
7 hours.
7 hours and 10 minutes.
Not 8 hours.
But what I've also learned in all my training over the past 25, 30 years from the seminars I've attended is that, sleep cycles work in 90-minute blocks. So really, I say 7.5 hours because that's in a 90-minute block. So 6 hours is in a 90-minute block, 7.5. So sometimes if I've been working a lot or attended tournaments, events, you don't get much sleep. Sometimes I would only have time to sleep for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So if I only had 2 hours that I get sleep, I'd only sleep for an hour and a half.
Uh,
Or if I had 4 hours in between, I had to go get up again and
Get
get
up.
ready, I would set my alarm clock for 3 hours. It works. So sleep
That's
cycles
something.
working. So if you think you're going to deprive yourself of sleep, make sure you set the alarm for that end of that 90-minute block, whatever that might be. But I would prefer 7.5 hours. And because when you wake up tired,
Yeah.
you've woken up in the middle of the dream. That's when you remember your dream, you're going to be tired because you woke up in the middle of a sleep cycle.
Yeah.
So sleep cycle is important. So that's really, there's lots of things we could talk about in regards to take care of your body.
Yeah.
But
they're the two big ones, I reckon. Yeah, no, that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would like to add is taking yourself out in the nature,
Should we tell them what I did today when I had a break from shooting the podcast?
Yeah. He
couldn't believe it, but he said, "You're walking down the street with no shoes
barefoot,
on."
yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, I'm grounding myself.
Yeah.
I'm just getting into nature and stuff."
Yeah, so he just stood up and he just walked out with his phone and he was walking, and I was like, he's not wearing anything. He's barefoot and walking. And then I
got some funny looks.
Yeah. you must have, I know. So and most of the people on the streets, I think there are not too much of white people here. So
they're Indian, most
yeah,
of them. Yeah.
Indian and I think Eastern.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's all good.
Yeah. So the next thing is that get yourself out in the environment. It's been 2-3 years now because of the pandemic and all these lockdowns. We've been sitting home. The kids are used to stay home.
Get outside.
Get out. Walk in front of your house. Go to the garden. Go to the coffee shop. Or just drive go for a long drive somewhere, but get yourself out there, because it also helps you to get more exposure, and it kicks in the
endorphins.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's the another thing you need to also do. If you are someone like us, like me, not a brand, because I mostly work from home. I'm always here sitting on my
You need
chair,
to get outside.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should do this podcast when you should go for a walk.
Yeah. We might do that next time.
Yeah.
We'll be on somewhere in the garden or somewhere outside on the street, and we'll shoot the podcast next time over there. And so move out, get out of your house, and take some walk.
Enjoy the weather. So how to be present in the moment.
Be present.
Be present in the moment. So all we really have is now.
No. Yes.
And if you find a way just to think about now, there is no past. Depression lives in the past. Anxiety or worry lives in the future. If you're just focused on now, you're going to be calm.
Exactly.
Which is an app you can download for meditation and songs and that as well. But
and that's the reason why it's called
I
present.
taught myself that back in 1997 after my mum passed away. Met a guy, Troy, who's an elite personal trainer in Shepparton with fitness and lifestyle and etc. But he was going through a tough time himself, and so was I. And for some reason, I don't know why, we just said to each other words, live in the now. And that brought us into the present moment. So we couldn't think about the past. The pain in the past. And it actually put us into pleasure. So being present in the present moment gets you out of your head and into your heart. If you feel like you're an overthinker, that means you're probably living in the past or the future. But if you're in your heart, you're living in the now. Which is, I'm going to talk about a dog again. Dogs are always living in the now.
Now, yes.
So if you haven't got a dog, I actually believe if you get a dog, you'll be living in the now, because they just provide that love, that sensation, their warm heart, their warm eyes. They're just thinking about now.
That's great.
So that's a really good analogy, the dog.
No, that's absolutely. I think that's, and being in the moment also helps you to strategize and plan accordingly, because mostly when you are stuck thinking about the past, living in the past or living in the future, there is no concrete structure, there is no concrete plan. It's all in the dreams, it's all in hopes, you know.
Mm.
But when you are focusing on the present moment, there is a higher chance of you creating that, you know, strategy and the plan. And the next
Yep.
thing I want to bring in is look at yourself and evaluate how you talk to yourself, you know,
Yep.
every now and then, because it it makes a very big impact in your life. What story are you telling yourself every single day, you know? Because change your story, change your life,
Correct.
you know. So it's very important. We get a lot of people coming to us, you know, and they said, I'm not able to move forward, I'm not able to take action, I'm not able to execute, I'm not able to get into a proper relationship. And you know, the most of the people are stuck is because of this one simple thing, is the story they are telling themselves, is the things, the
I
thoughts.
can't do it. They're basically saying I can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way I
I'm
can do
not
that.
enough, you know, I'm not
I'm
worthy,
not good enough.
I do not have enough knowledge, I do not have better skills, you know. So that story you are telling yourself constantly is now conditioned, and that's what you attract, you know. It's so instead of saying to yourself, I'm not worthy, I cannot do this, you could say that I have what it takes
to achieve anything
in my life, you know. So I think that's the another thing what you need to focus on, you know.
And helping others whenever you can. Actually, when I met you the weekend, I'm going to tell you this story. So when we left, me, Dan, and Walter drove us home. We were walking in Melbourne City. We were walking home.
Yeah.
And I had extra food to take home to put in the fridge and heat up for the next day, right?
Yeah.
But I remember seeing this 70-year-old lady.
Yeah.
She was sleeping on the streets. She had blankets, looks like water. She looked like she was one of the better homeless people.
Yeah.
But she was just nice and quiet and peace. She actually had inner peace. You know, I don't know if you noticed. I could notice that in people when I look at them. She had this inner peace, and I said to Dan and the boys, they were walking off in front. I said, "Hang on a minute." They watched what I was doing. I said, "Would you like this food? I bought it 15 minutes ago. I don't need it. I want you to have it."
Yeah.
And she took it just gracefully, put her hand out, and like I had a bit of a tear in my eye.
Yeah.
And the boys actually did as well. I asked them, I said, "Do you have a bit of tear watching that?" He goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So just going out of your way, you might think your life is pretty shit, as us Aussies would say it at the moment, but someone else's life is probably actually worse.
Worse,
With a 70-year-old lady living on the street in cold Melbourne. It's cold down here most of the year.
Most of the year.
Just help others. Because when you...
Kindness.
And that kindness is from the heart, not from anywhere else.
Yeah. Kindness is like a boomerang, you know. The more you throw, the more you get.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so I think it's the best way. I think this is one of the best thing, the one of the best way we have shared on this episode. You know, go out and help others, because that one thing, you know, doing for others.
Well, that's what life's about,
man.
Life is about giving.
Yeah.
And that's where love is.
The secret of living is giving.
It's giving. The secret of living is giving. And if we talk about relationships, especially man, woman, you got to go in the relationship to give.
Yeah.
If you go to get,
it
ain't going to work, my friend.
And it's with personal and professional life both.
Yeah,
okay? If anybody listening this, if you are in business, okay, if you really want to scale your business, if you're really looking for clients, and you are constantly looking for making money, you are pushing yourself away from money. But when you are thinking of giving out value, when you are thinking of giving out, making impact, you're gonna make money.
Could be with your staff as well.
Exactly right.
Not just your clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look after your staff, they'll look after you.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. You know, that's absolutely right. And I think nowadays it's more important.
If your staff are happy, if you own a business, you've got staff. If your staff are happy, they want to put the output out. And they want to leave, because the big cost in business is rehiring and getting good staff that can do their job productively.
Yeah.
So look after your staff, they'll look after you.
Yeah.
It's more about the people.
Reward them, appreciate them, you know. If you just need to put 5% of your effort in doing that.
Yep.
And when you put that 5% towards your employees, those employees will put 200% in return.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what employees look for: the reward, the recognition, you know, the support, the love. It's not always about, you know, money, and it's not always about strategy and planning and all that. You know, it's about creating a community where you are taking care of each other.
You're taking care of each other, brother. Yeah.
The second thing is about manifestation. You know, how can you manifest your peace and happiness within?
Mm-hmm. How do you do it?
I think it all comes down to the thought process you are going through in your daily life.
And I think the words that people use. See, I'm very with my neuro-linguistic programming, being a practitioner of that, I really understand what words mean, but the feeling behind the words.
Yeah.
And if you change your words, you change your life.
Yeah.
So, and we also talked about changing your story, and also changing in a previous episode, we talked about changing the people you hang around as well. Because you are the top five people that you hang around. Yeah. So just be aware of your thoughts. And how do people get help with that, do you think, if they're unaware? They might not know what their word. They might think their words, if they're conditioned. Yeah. Let's say they swear a lot because they're conditioned that way, but they don't understand the feeling and the meaning behind that. How would they get out of that?
Get in touch with us.
Correct.
You know, because that's what we have figured out ourselves, you know, and now we are helping others to figure that out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah, and that's how I figured it out. That's how Brand figured it out, and now we are whatever we have learned, we are sharing that with people, and to make sure that they can figure it out, you know, and then they can have a life. They can have a life by design, not by default. You know, most of the people are just, as you mentioned, conditioned. You know, that when you are conditioned to something which is not working, that means you are living your life by default, not by design. You know, you are just living your life as a passenger, not as a creator.
As a creator, yeah.
So you need to make sure that you do that, my friend.
Yeah. So you can achieve mental peace and happiness just by being mindful.
Yeah.
And I'll just start off, you've got to be mindful about others more than yourself.
Yeah.
And we sort of just touched on it a little bit there, but I'd say there's a lot of anger in society at the moment, just with the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was guilty of this in the past when I was younger.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when you crack the shits.
Yeah.
You're angry, let it out. But if you got to, I used to be the person that would speak and then think.
Yeah.
So if you're angry, think about what you're going to say. Maybe give yourself 1 or 2 minutes to think about it, then maybe respond. But I don't want you to respond when you're angry, because that achieves nothing for anyone.
Yeah.
But you can achieve mental peace and happiness just by being mindful of others.
Absolutely right.
Through meditation.
Yeah.
Mindful of others, that word gets thrown around everywhere, but what does it actually mean? It just means paying attention to what's happening right now in this present moment. And just be mindful of yourself and mindful of others. Yeah. And just care more about them. Take care of you. Yeah. Eat proper food, exercise regularly, drink a heap of water. Yeah. Whatever makes you feel good physically and mentally. And spend time outside. One of the best things to do is to take your shoes off and go and stand on the grass or hug a tree. Have you hugged a tree?
No, I haven't.
Trees put out positive energy.
Yeah.
And by hugging a tree, they actually give you energy. It actually changes your inner. You got to try it. I did it 1,000 steps first time a few years ago up on the Dandenongs, and everyone was looking at me. But someone told me I should do it, and I tried it.
Yeah.
And I've done it with my clients as well. It's unbelievable, the energy that. If you think a dog puts out unconditional love when they look at you or you cuddle them, you should see what a tree feels like. Trees are unbelievable. But if you're at home, not feeling the best, take your shoes off, stand on the grass for a while, and try to get yourself in the sun if you can. So
no, that's powerful.
They're the things I've done, because the grass is close if you got grass.
Yeah, I think that's powerful, and I'm gonna hug tree tomorrow.
No, you'll do it after this. But I'm a golfer, so through adversities I've faced, the golf course is my meditation. It's my outside. It just calms me down. It doesn't matter if I'm having a bad day, a good day. I just love being there. It's my place. So
And this
Get outside.
yeah, this is not easy. Come on, guys. We know, we as a human, we got a lot of things going around in our life. The responsibilities we have, the job, the kids, the wife, the husband, parents, friends,
Yep.
the boss. We need to
Yeah.
take care of a lot of things in our life, and that's why it's not easy to achieve the peace and the happiness within.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the reason why people like us are there to help you to get there faster.
Yep.
I was always wondering why these people are talking about getting a mentor and coach.
A coach. Yeah.
What is this coach and mentor, all about? And when I really got coached by someone, when I really got mentored by someone, then I realized there is a power, because success leaves clue.
Yes, success leaves clues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the people like us, those who have overcome all the obstacles which you might have going through in your life today,
Mm-hmm.
you can overcome that by taking few steps, by taking some strategy. So
One step at a time.
Yeah, correct. So
Small steps are fine.
yeah,
Just
so
making a start. Jackie
exactly
Chan.
right, exactly right. And that's why, if you want, do reach out to us. But that's it for now, guys. Really appreciate you listening to us today. This is Jackie Chan, the Indian,
And Brent German, the Aussie.
Aussie,
And together, we're Mindset Motivators.
And guys, do not forget to watch this on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube.
And YouTube. Links below, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
is there. Do not forget to subscribe, okay? Because the reason why I'm asking you to subscribe is because we want you to get updated what coming next.
Yep.
Because we are bringing a lot of big names on this podcast, those who have achieved success in their life, and we're gonna talk to them about their adversity. We're gonna talk to them about their struggles. We're gonna talk to them about how they have achieved the peace
Yes.
within and happiness within. And we will do our best to make sure that you, my friend, those who are listening this, get maximum out of this. Thanks for
watching.
Take care.
Take care.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.